I think the initial motivation was there are a lot of things that our platform can do. So when we're hopping on live demo calls, we're sort of always starting from zero, and we have to get through the initial, like, here's the call log, here are the things that you can see in that call log, here are the fun things that you can get from it. But it was taking up more time than I think the sales team wanted to in those live demos. So we can get a lot of those aha moments in front of a live demo using the interactive demos instead, so that once we get into the live demos, it can be a little bit more personalized. It can be a little bit more of a deep dive into their specific use case. So we really wanted just to get a lot of those generic use cases out in front so people can see the actual platform before they start having those conversations with sales. So still in the sales demo funnel. Yeah, I mean, the sales process was very smooth. I think within the first couple of meetings, we were literally building out a demo. And I think once we saw the UI and all the editing capabilities in the UI, how easy it was to kind of do it as a marketing team. We wouldn't really have to bring anybody else in and knock those things out. We've got a very complex and robust platform. So our biggest nerves were just, is it going to be able to scrape the HTML? Is it going to look right once they kind of pull in the code? But everything, when we were building those initial sort of initial demos, everything was working out well, and it looked good, and it was easy to do. And I think it was a lot more it was more intuitive than some of the other platforms we were looking at. We are using interactive demos a couple different places on the website. So we've got some on the homepage, but we've got it right beneath sort of our plan and pricing comparison table. We find that's where most people go to first. So we want to put that right there so they can see, sort of match up the features to what they can actually see. And then, yes, we've got the sales team sort of in the BDRs. They've got access to some specific links that we can kind of track those one-to-one interactions as well. So they're putting them out in we're just rolling this out, but yeah, they're putting it out in some of those initial emails after the sales requests, and then some of the just follow-up after demos too. If there's like a specific integration that we might have an interactive demo for that they've asked about, we can include those links now in those follow-up emails so that they can check those out too, and hopefully close them faster. Yeah, I mean, I think the thing we were looking for most was just how easy it is to edit out PII and things that um, are very prevalent in our app. So every screen in our app, if we're using live data, is going to be real phone calls, real names, real email addresses, real phone numbers. So we wanted to easily get rid of all that. So we choose to blur it sometimes. We choose to just edit it completely we use a lot of like TV characters in sports athletes and things like that to just get around that. But it's really nice to be able to just change that live data and make sure that we're protecting people's privacies and we're not putting anybody's information out there. So that was really important to us. Yeah, so I actually had our VP of revenue asked. He was like, "Listen, we might do like a campaign around our HubSpot integration. How fast or how many hours do you think it would take?" I quoted like 3 to 5 hours, and I think I got it done probably in about three. Um, Once you kind of have maybe the first one under your belt, it's a very fast stand up. As long as you kind of have an idea of what the story is going to be, and it's not too many screens. I think trying to keep it a little bit shorter is also a good idea. Big KPIs right now for us is that the sales team is actively asking for links to specific demos that we've created or have ideas about the next demo to create. I think it's really created a good cadence between marketing and sales, where we're talking about, this would be really helpful to have. Can we have it? And then we build it and they're like, this is awesome, and we're actually going to use it. I think a lot of marketing materials, you put a lot of heart behind, and then it just kind of goes unused in a Google Drive folder somewhere. But these seem to be, getting excitement from the sales team, which I think is because it's, driving some results for them. But the days to close for Storylane influenced ops is about 2 days shorter right now than those that don't have the Storylane interactions. So that's folks going down the same funnel. They're talking to the sales team. But as of now, with the smaller sample size, it looks like it's improving sort of that process for us, which is really cool.